Warning: the views in this program are based on the opinions of hosts and guests. We are four friends who like to sit around and talk about a variety of topics. This show may be political in nature and may appear one-sided if no one of opposition joins in on the conversation. We try to find common ground on sometimes sensitive topics. So grab a beverage of your choice and let's have a conversation.
Why don't you go home and cry to your granny? Dolph, tie up the brat. Lisa, hold the book. Vincent, get the truck. And Keith, darn it, change your name, please. That's not scary, and I'm embarrassed to say it. Boris, try that. Keith, watch out for Keith.
Boris.
Morris. What is happening, everybody? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Wow, when my earphones work, it's really loud.
Yeah.
New earphones, huh?
I do. I have new earphones.
Happy Friday, everyone.
That sounds very Biden-esque.
Right. Biden is.
Put your head down.
You good?
No, my leg is stuck on the leg of the table, and I keep whacking into it. So I gotta move my.
That sounds like a personal problem.
It is. That's why I'm fixing it. Is it pick on me day? What is the problem?
No,
We just started.
just yeah, exactly. We haven't got started yet.
Happy Friday.
Picking on you yet. The night's still young. I gotta shut up now.
Is there
I'm gonna need. We're gonna trade
They have to-
places.
they have to
You know
leave.
what? And they
You
keep
wanna-
bouncing off of you to me.
they have to leave. And what is the new toy you just bought this week?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh,
Uh-oh.
a new toy.
Should
Do
you be
tell.
talking about that in mixed company?
Do tell.
not that kind of toy.
It's already the toy you saw him using in the backyard.
That can go so many different
Yeah.
places.
Oh my God. People are like,
Wow.
oh, what?
Yeah, that's why you had to
talking
come
about?
inside.
I don't want him using it in the house.
The neighbors almost caught me. That wouldn't be
They'll
good.
call
Yeah,
the
tough
police
job,
on
yeah.
you.
You should have now you should have brought it up with you.
I know I should have. Yeah, I should have. Oh well.
People don't want to see your toy.
It's a good zombie killing toy.
It's a crossbow.
It is. It's a
Baby crossbow.
pistol crossbow.
It is for killing gophers.
So yeah, I was going to say, let's do some backstory on that because people can go, "What the hell has he got a crossbow
Right.
for?" We just did an episode on guns, and now he's got
Yeah.
a crossbow.
Because I hate the gophers and I'm ready to get a flamethrower. So it was crossbow or flamethrower.
Well, we destroyed our pellet guns. So
Yeah.
I think I said that on
Yeah,
you said
how
that.
did that happen?
Well, too much use.
something.
I mean, I use ours quite a bit, but I'm like, geez.
Something happened with the way the CO2 cartridge was seating.
It wouldn't seat.
It wouldn't seat anymore.
Okay.
So I don't know. Something
Gotcha.
got
It just
busted up inside. So as soon as you tighten down the thing for the CO2 cartridge, it would just spray out everywhere.
Gotcha.
So what did we do? We used all the other 20 CO2 cartridges to see if they were all still broken.
I still have a lot of CO2 left.
Use the whole box.
No, I didn't. I still have a whole box in the drawer.
You have another box in the drawer.
No, that's the original box.
Okay.
Was it pick on me
He
night?
just he,
See how we've averted?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Challenge averted. Thank you.
Well, I want to thank everybody for our last two episodes because we have done fantastic with the numbers on those, and greatly appreciate you guys supporting us on that. And
Christine wants to know if your toy runs on batteries.
that would be
It does not. It's manual.
it can be
It's-
plugged in.
It can't be. It's manual.
It's not a Bob, is it?
no, it's not.
A what?
A Bob.
A Bob.
What is a bomb?
And we digress. So,
All right, hold on. Don't answer. Don't
What?
answer.
What is a
Let the audience
Oh,
answer.
okay. Yeah.
Let the audience answer.
Anybody
The
know
question
what a
right
Bob
now
is?
is Lindsay wants to know what a Bob is.
Yeah.
Anybody want to answer for her?
Somebody please text me and tell me.
where's your Jeopardy?
It was kind of like
music?
the purple
What a
range
Bob
thing.
is.
Christine says ripcord.
I still don't get it.
That's funny.
feel left out.
Heavy metal. Ironically, I'm just getting over a cold, so I'm actually drinking water.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes tonight.
This is kind of annoying. It doesn't let me see that last comment because of this.
So can't post comments on some destinations.
Right
Hit
there,
learn
right
more,
there,
and then
right
maybe
there.
it'll go away.
Ripcord?
No, I saw that. No.
I know, but like the bottom one.
Yeah, the very
Oh,
bottom
Betty
one.
Opry boyfriend. Yeah,
There
we just
you
call
go.
those
Yes.
vibrators.
That's another name. The Bob was just a very, PG,
So mom didn't know what
family
you were.
friendly.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Not sure if I would be talking about my Bob.
You're right, Dan. No comment.
No comment. Exactly. It's gone off the rails in the first 5 minutes. So, hey.
Well, that didn't take.
Hey,
What
you
is-
got to keep everyone, little
It's what we do best.
interested.
Hey,
yeah.
no. See?
Oh,
Uh-oh, we have a mean pity.
They're starting.
Pity attack.
All right, memes of the week. Brought to you by Lindsay Carroll.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you
I
very
think I
much.
got one or two in
You
there,
got one
so,
or two in there.
Yeah.
I got a lot of them
So.
though.
This
I
one was
love
good.
this one.
I like that one. Seen that a couple of times this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna meet some of these artists. This is great.
I thought of John
Exactly.
or Brian. You can't
Brian.
make beer without water.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was good. This is so true.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Well, what did we say last week? You took God out of everything, so now you wonder why the devil.
Now
keeps showing
the
up.
devil's inside. Now you're all upset. And then people like that vicious pity attack that just happened got new presents this week. Red, white, and blue cheers. Come on, I couldn't
that's
not
cool.
do
They're
it.
cute. Yeah.
It was
They're
in the
cute.
4th of July puppy dog stuff.
Both squeakers already destroyed, by the way.
Are they?
And you're
Oh, yeah.
surprised.
I'm not.
They're not.
I'm not
They're
at all.
hey, but the fluff is still in them.
Yep.
I'm
It is.
surprised by
So,
that.
you know,
Usually the fluff is. Oh,
By
well,
the end of the show, it might not
that's
be.
probably true.
Domestic oil is the new ivermectin. Yep. Absolutely.
Oh man,
Mm.
Right?
tell me about it.
Can't
The-
have
the
it because it would
new-
help the crisis we're
transportation's-
trying to put you through.
The energy secretary. She should be your hooker of the week.
Is she my hooker?
Yeah, we should
Ooh.
say that.
All right.
Okay.
The
Why? What
energy
happened?
hooker?
Do
What did
tell.
she do?
Well, we'll come to it because that
Okay.
actually is the beginning of the newsletter.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
good. You have a picture of the hooker. There you go.
No, I don't actually, but we can.
No.
I can look her up while
Look her
we're
up.
doing it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Mhm.
What do I apply for fuel stamps? Yeah,
I
exactly.
saw that.
So
That
my
is fun.
other question with that, you can put that away for a second. So tell me how much you bought eggs for today.
So I bought an 18-pack of eggs, $4.97.
$5 for 18 eggs.
I used to pay like $2 something.
It was
for an
just under
18-pack.
$3.
Yep.
So tell me how these people on food stamps are going to start affording anything because those food stamps haven't gone up.
I wouldn't think so.
No.
I mean,
Social
yeah,
Security hasn't gone up. Why would food stamps go up?
yeah, food's
these-
gone up just astronomically.
Doubled.
Why
You
the-
went from $3 to $5. There's a vicious dog attack.
Yes,
there.
there
I'm telling
is.
you, Jesus.
So food's almost doubled.
Right.
How
You got to wonder, how do these
How are
families
people
that
making
were
it right now?
barely making it to begin with, how
What are they doing? Gas is ridiculous. How are they getting to work?
exactly? I don't
The
understand that.
president says we're doing great.
So it all is
He
false.
doesn't want to hear these lies about we're spending too much money.
Right.
I don't know about all that, but I am spending way too much fucking money.
I mean, and I just don't understand. He is so disconnected from the real world.
It's
Yep.
one of me is ice cream.
If a madman wants to kill innocent people, he will find a way. Killers don't need guns to kill people. Timothy McVeigh used fertilizer. 9/11 terrorists used box cutters and planes. The Nazis used cyanide gas. Taking guns from innocent people will not protect innocent people. The problem is not guns. It is a godless society.
I like that.
Yep.
I like that.
Yep.
Well, but there was one that I just saw that it said it was the criminal's point of view. And he was like, please take guns from everybody.
Oh yeah.
Do you think I
Yeah.
get guns from where they're sold?
No.
I
Do you
think-
think that I do background
I
checks?
think my
Do you
dad
think
shared
that I?
that today on Facebook.
Probably.
Yeah, I should have put that up.
He was like,
That was
please
a
take
good
them
one.
all.
Oh yeah. It makes it
It's
easy
not
for
going to
them.
stop me at all.
No,
Someone said June is Pride Month, so I thought I'd post my Pride flag.
I like that.
Right?
There you go.
Maybe for
What if
y'all.
I identify as American?
That's good.
You
I love
already
this picture.
identify.
I do.
as a
Can I
white-
wear? Can I
You know,
wear
that
my
is
flag?
so true.
Fuck.
We should have known right from that moment.
right? That we were screwed.
Hasn't he
Well, we knew
fallen
we
like
were
5
screwed.
more times?
He's just fallen.
few
He
times,
stumbled
yeah.
one more time.
Those
last
stairs
week.
are apparently very tricky.
Well, remember when he fell that time, and then they started saying about they were going to start putting the little chair.
Escalator. Oh, the
Ah!
dude, seriously. Still
That
probably
would
fall.
actually be kind of funny.
Oh my god!
Just
It
seeing
would
him
be
sit in
so
the chair
pathetic.
and
with the little thing.
yeah, what was that? The chairlift or
As he goes
whatever.
up.
Yeah, they would
The
have to
stair
play.
lift.
They would have to play. Hail to the chief like three
Like
times.
10
Yeah.
times. Oh, I'm sure. I can only imagine.
It's gonna get worse.
We're going to be there.
Yeah.
What's going to happen when those pantries are closed?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, so did you guys hear that there was the Abbott lab that that makes the baby formula,
Mhm.
they had to close it down again because of flooding. And there was
Really?
yet
Hmm.
another fire in a food processing facility up in Wisconsin.
Wouldn't surprise me at all.
I mean, there's a lot if you start adding them all
It's
up.
very it's convenient how it's all.
Well, that and didn't like 3,000 cows just die in
Yeah.
Kansas?
Oh,
or
yeah.
something like that?
10,000.
Oh, was it 10,000?
They upped it to 10,000
Jesus.
in Kansas, and I don't know if it was Southwest or Southeast.
How did they
Kansas.
die?
They're blaming it on the heat.
They're blaming it.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
'cause it was
blaming
so
it
hot.
on the heat. But they're saying, but some people were like, it's not.
It's not any hotter than it normally is.
Exactly.
You've never seen
So
heat before?
so
we have cows here in Arizona. at
We do,
104,
but we
right?
have
Right.
water and misters and everything for them. So, I mean, if it was 10 degrees hotter than it normally is, then I would be like, oh, yeah, maybe it was the heat, but it wasn't any hotter than it normally is.
No, it's only June.
So
Right.
that
Right.
sounds
It's not
like
August.
that sounds like
Fishy?
Questionable.
Yeah, very questionable.
where'd you get your feed from, bro? Just saying.
Ukraine.
True. Good point.
That is a good
right?
point. Very good
Just-
point.
Exactly. Good point, John.
You know, just saying.
All right, let's get to the news, shall we?
The news.
Ready?
All right.
We've already
All
started that
right,
off on a
so-
I was
great
going to
time.
say, we're like on a downer note to start off
Seriously.
with.
Very, very somber show.
I know. We got to liven it up a little
Andrea says it was chupacabra.
bit.
I don't know if he's in Kansas though. I mean, he might have snuck over there,
We ain't in Kansas anymore.
or it was the what's the alien ones that stuff up the cows? The White Walkers, the
Oh, skinwalkers?
Skinwalkers.
Hmm.
What?
I was going to say, this is a new one on me.
I've
Skin-
never heard this.
Never heard of Skinwalker Ranch
No.
in Utah?
So they like murdered the cows and
They woke
flay
up.
them and
They woke up one morning to a whole herd of cattle. They were completely cut in half,
Smashed in
severed
half, yeah.
and the story goes that it was
the
skinwalkers that did it.
which were the aliens.
No
Sk-
kidding.
Skinwalkers,
Yeah.
I don't think are aliens.
Oh,
When was
Skinwalkers.
this?
They're
I
not.
thought they were.
No,
I have
no.
never heard of that.
There's a show on.
I'm going to have to look that
There's
up.
a show called
Skinwalker Ranch
Skinwalker
is
Ranch.
super cool.
It's a pretty cool show.
Okay.
Like
Check it
there's really interesting stuff that happens there. It's really cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Super cool.
It's
I think
it's-
Like
I-
things just disappear, stuff gets moved. Like it's
And
really
see, I'm almost afraid to Google Skinwalker because who knows what?
You know what's
I
gonna
know,
pop
right?
up.
that's kind of true. Do Skinwalker Ranch, Nevada.
Because you go
Are you
skin
talking
and then
about-
all sorts of
I
things.
think it's- I
Right?
think it's Utah.
Because I
It
have
is
the
Utah.
filter turned off.
Yeah, you probably don't want to.
Yeah, you might end up with a bob.
That would be pretty PG.
Right? So our headline for the week, did you see that Jean-Pierre says that the White House is telling oil companies that it is their patriotic duty to produce more gas and oil.
I saw that they sent out
Who?
letters and they're all
The
responding.
oil refinery companies.
Yeah.
All the
So
ones out of our country.
No, like ExxonMobil and stuff like that.
Oh,
And
okay.
even BP. Yeah.
Yeah, so Biden has been, or so Biden. Biden
I kind of like
Well, there's
that name
that too.
better.
Good
I
with
like
that.
that. Bad,
was he was bashing the oil companies for
and
for
Biden.
ironically, I thought this was the best headline because it says
For going along with his plan to
going
end
along with
fossil
his
fuel.
plan to end fossil fuels. So it's funny because these
Let's just follow him. He's a
this
great
is what
leader.
happens when you let the teenagers run the show
Right.
hmm
instead of the adults. So this is the energy secretary. She's on CBS. She's literally telling them that I mean the CBS, I give the guy credit. The CBS guy is sitting there and he literally is asking her the right questions because she's saying, We're going to the oil companies and telling them they need to produce more. And then he goes, so is the administration backing away from the plan to, as they said in their campaign, we're going to crush big oil in 5 to 10 years. No, we're still doing that.
Yeah.
So they're supposed to invest more and produce more, even though you promised to crush them within 5 to 10 years.
That's
Yep.
an oxymoron.
Okay. They're
And
totally going to do that.
And this, who I think should be Hooker of the Week.
Hooker. There
Literally
she is. Hooker of
says-
the week.
She's
Yep.
nominated. I'll second that.
It's
Yep.
like, they should be doing their, and then Jean Pierre sits there and says they should be doing their patriotic duty and they should be, out there producing more. And it's like, do you not understand how business works? Do you not understand how a capitalistic society works?
They don't, because they don't want one. So they don't
Well,
know
but
anything
the
about
point
it.
is,
Yeah.
again, it's like, why don't you go sit down and let the adults run this?
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing.
Because this seems like you guys have
Can we put the
no
children
clue
away,
what's
please?
going on. So they're saying, don't be surprised. $6 average gas is on its way.
We're there.
We're there.
Yeah,
Basically.
pretty
Now we're at
much.
$5 average.
Well,
average.
yeah, down here
National
we're at $5.79.
Yeah, I'm not talking
So
about
don't be surprised.
average.
We're going to see
We're going to be
probably
$8. We're going to be
$7
$8
gas.
by the time summer's done.
That
We're
is
going
gonna
to in
be-
Arizona. We'll
so
see
I'm going to
$7.
nominate
I
that.
don't doubt
I
that.
say by the end of August, we're going to be at $8.
I hope you're wrong.
What's your
I hope you're
I hope
wrong.
you're dead wrong.
I
Yeah.
100% think we're going to be there. What do
I
you
hope
think?
You're dead wrong.
I hope you're wrong.
Other than saying I'm dead wrong, what are you
They-
going to
they
guess?
I don't think it's going to be that bad.
What are you saying?
I don't.
750.
I say probably low to mid sevens. I would say we'll definitely see.
So
but
725 you're
I
going
don't-
for?
I don't think we'll see 8.
Okay. Wendy,
I really hope.
no,
we
you want to
don't-
do it. I'm not for
know.
hoping. I'm going to fucking flip my shit if I have to pay $8 a gallon for gas. But you know it's going to happen.
True. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried bumping it up to 10 gallons.
Oh,
Or
10 bucks?
10 bucks a
We'll
gallon.
be at 10 by January,
That would
but by summer
that
we'll
would
be at 8.
cripple the country. I
Mhm.
mean, there's
100%
no way
going
they
to.
can
And
do
Well,
that.
again,
Absolutely going to.
she
Yeah.
was quoted earlier. She was quoted months ago, and then she was quoted earlier this week, basically again going, good case to buy an electric car.
It's not though.
I can't afford my car payment and gas payment now. What the fuck do you think I'm going to pay for it with when I
Oh,
lose
she
my
sits there
job
and she
because I
touts
can't
about-
drive there?
She touts about how it would save you $60 per fill up.
So my question
And
is,
how much does
Really?
it add onto my electric bill?
And how much does it cost to buy one? It said-
40,000, which average new car is 20. I can get a Tesla bare stock like 32
if you can find one.
if I can find one. Exactly. So if I can find one, it's going to up my car payment $100. Okay.
And-
That's great. But how is that thing getting charged? So I have to pay charging stations and I have to pay to charge it here.
oh, absolutely.
Is it cheaper? Because what's powering my house?
electricity?
Is that
Right.
Well,
electricity
let's go.
produce-
Let's go further into that. What's
how
what's
is-
powering the plants that are manufacturing the cars? How are the cars getting from the plants?
Well, I'm not even worried about that.
To the
Like, if
stores,
she wants me to go
That's
buy one,
complicated math.
this
Yeah.
$60 that it's going to charge me every time I fill up. Okay, but that $60 is coming out of my house every day
Right.
Yep.
when I charge it.
Yep.
And it only goes 300 miles.
Yep.
So
I drive more than that.
So my question is what exactly, and I don't think it's ever been really defined, is what is driving these gas prices up? Is it lack of
Putin.
product? Yeah, Putin. I know. Is
Sorry,
it
I
lack
couldn't
of
help not do it.
products, and so it's making it more expensive? And if that's
So-
the case, why is it? There's a lack of it.
So it's basic supply and demand, right?
So we're getting it shipped in. It's no longer being made here.
So no longer we are
They're not allowed to drill any new.
They closed a bunch of leases in both Alaska and in the Gulf. They're not allowing any more pipelines to be built.
No more
So-
new drilling.
So the current pipeline, the XL was only going from, it was an extension of the current pipeline. So the original pipeline is still running, correct?
No.
Correct.
Oh, is it still being used?
Yeah, it is still being used. It's the XL part of it that they stopped.
So it's just not being built.
They stopped construction on.
There's
Correct.
the current
I thought we
pipelines
weren't
were
even
being
using
used.
it.
So there's, so current infrastructure is being used, but they've closed and canceled leases on certain federal lands.
Yeah.
Refused to allow additional leases on any federal land, period. They've stopped leases, stopped them in like the Gulf. And they've basically crippled. And then, then they have these policies where they don't want any infrastructure to be renewed unless, so this is the other part of it. So I was reading some of this today and over the week, in that they're required by federal law to convert so much of their capacity over to produce biofuels.
Okay.
So, but they're like, well, we still have to be able to do the refining for everything else. No, but if we're required to convert X amount, 30, 40, 50% over to biofuels, that's 30, 40, 50% we can't use for refining regular gasoline and regular diesel.
Yeah.
And that's fine, but I think that information seems to be lacking to be a trickle down to the American public so that they can understand why. Because I mean, let's face it, the average American goes to the pump and they just see the gas
Going up.
They're
They don't know
seeing the
why.
price. Exactly. Most people don't understand why or what is driving that. And that's what I want to kind of touch on. What exactly?
It's just too hot.
Oh, what exactly is driving that price going up? Because people don't understand it.
But aren't we, even though we're producing, aren't we exporting most of that?
Mhm.
I mean, we're not really using what
No, we're not
making?
keeping all of it. We have to give so much
I
of
was
it
going to
away.
say we import, we export. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, it's not
Which is stupid. Why not just keep our own here and not send it anywhere?
It all depends upon, prices that someone else is willing to pay for, getting that. And
Well, I
that
doubt it's more than what we're paying here.
So that goes back to the supply and demand. So the supply is dwindling based on the federal lands. The leases are not being renewed, and if I'm not mistaken, they're not allowed to do any new drilling, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, the other narrative they're pushing about the fuel, and I don't want to get too far off topic, but they're saying that
There's a topic
during COVID, well, our news, but during COVID, they said that the supply went down, the demand went
Because
down.
people weren't driving every day.
People weren't
I get
driving.
that.
So now when everything opened back up, the demand all of a sudden skyrocketed and the supply wasn't there.
The supply's been there.
accommodate.
They never stopped making.
Well, I'm
it.
saying that's the narrative that you keep hearing.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
that-
it's been
but
a
that's
year,
where
that's why
so-
prices went up so much.
Chevron and the oil companies pushed back and they said that's totally false. They took a huge loss during the pandemic and the
I'm
shutdown
sure.
because they still produced,
Mhm.
they still did upgrades, they did all this stuff that they would normally do during any normal time.
Mhm.
And now they're being crushed for it because even though they are getting profits, so they sit there, and the White House is dealing with half truths. John Pierre was sitting there and claiming the other day this week that they've had record profits. They've also had record investments.
Mm.
So while they had,
And
you
something's
know,
got to pay for those investments then.
yeah, while they may have had $50 billion in profits,
Yeah.
they spent $75 billion in investments.
Yeah.
And now they're looking at the administration is wanting to punish them and run them out of business. Well, why would they invest anymore?
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's a good point that you brought up, that with the investments and that with the record profits. I know the people, my left friends, that's what they keep pushing is, oh, they all have these record profits. Well, that's the certain piece of information that seems to be missing then, is if they've had these investments that are kind of offsetting that, that's why they need that.
Yeah. But who's having record profits?
The oil companies.
I'm sure they are. Did you see our prices? We're
Right, I
paying?
was gonna
I'm sure
say,
they are.
See how much we're paying for?
Where
Of
do you
course
think
they
it's
are.
coming from?
But on the other hand, it's not like they're having record profits because of the fact that oil is still at $55 a gallon, or
Right.
a barrel.
A barrel.
Yeah.
Is it?
No, it's not.
It's not. It's like
120, 130.
Yeah.
I haven't even looked last time.
Right.
You know,
Don't look.
Google what oil.
Oh, don't do
barrel
it.
is.
Don't do it.
I want to say it's 130, isn't it? It wasn't.
No, it was
130 barrel?
130 like 2 months ago.
Oh, was it?
So I'd be
It's more than that.
It wouldn't
Oh,
surprise
Christine
me.
guessed 725 by August, and Dad said 675 by July 4th. Oh, yeah. But what by the end of August, Dad? July 4th, you already know it's going to skyrocket that whole week because everybody's going to go out of town.
Well, the
It
whole
always
summer
does.
It's going to be high.
Yeah.
It always is.
So you'd be surprised to learn that a barrel of oil today is only $117.
That's what it closed at today.
Apparently, yes.
Hmm.
So
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really, but
Not really. Not when it's
Let's just hope it
55.
goes down, and and maybe we need to pressure, the administration to, okay, you're putting pressure on the oil companies. You need to back off with allowing the leases on federal land.
right.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
yeah, there's several
and new
things.
drilling.
Yeah, there's several things that the oil companies said that the administration could do today. There was one I meant to look it up, and that actually is where this placeholder is, and I realized I forgot to put it in there. But it had something to do with some kind of regulation that the federal government routinely suspends during like hurricanes and stuff
Yeah,
like that
right.
for them to
Absolutely.
be able to produce more oil in a
Right.
short period of time. So they said, yeah, you could do that today. They refused to do it.
Of course they do.
Right.
Hmm.
Why would they not?
Interesting. Not that it's surprising. It just
No,
seems
they
like
want them out of business in 5 years.
it just seems to be this big old chess game, and we are the pawns in the whole deal. But that's
Good,
just my
because we're at
personal-
the mercy. That's why. I mean, what control do we have other than elections? Right.
Well,
I mean,
and again, this comes
and
back to-
electing poorly.
right. Right.
Well, and do we really anymore? Do we really? With what we watched last time, do we really?
True.
So
I
if
mean,
you
there
watch
there's
2000
a
Mules.
Not
Oh, we
yet.
can't
We
find
can't
it.
get it.
seriously.
Cannot get
Yeah.
it. Do you want to look before you leave? We cannot find it.
Okay, Wendy's going to do it.
I
right
checked
now.
every streaming platform possible. I've looked on
We
Prime.
cannot
I've
find
looked
it.
everywhere.
2000mules.com does not.
Cannot. It won't show up on the PS3.
Can you play it on your TV or?
We played it on here
On the computer.
and then
Oh,
just
okay.
jumped it over to the TV.
I could
So-
do that. I could
oh.
probably
So
do that
has
too.
anyone else watched
We can probably do that in the
2000 Mules?
bedroom.
I'm just reaching out.
So we're
to,
checking to see if the audience has seen 2000 Mules. Dan, it is not healthy for you to watch 2000.
No, I
Mules.
know, right? That'll give them a heart
We're gonna be
attack.
like, so Dan had a heart attack. They'll be like, oh, we watched the movie. Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like it is back in theaters.
Oh, is
That's
it really?
why
It's back in theaters, so that's probably why you couldn't find it,
streaming.
because the first thing
What's
that
our
came up was
closest theater?
Showtimes.
What's our closest
Is
theater?
it playing at Harkins?
So it looks like there's one near Santana. Let's see.
If it's playing at
Um,
Harkins, I'll go watch it.
No,
yeah.
it looks
We-
like the nearest one is up in Scottsdale.
Who
Oh, is
cares?
it?
Is it a Harkins?
It
Rico,
doesn't
probably.
look like it. Touchstar Cinemas.
Oh, it's a local.
Hmm.
Hello?
Is that you?
Oh, John dinged and I said hello.
Hello.
Hello?
I had to put my phone on silent.
Heavy Metal saw it.
Mm,
What Arthur, what'd you think of it?
I'm
Don't
sure that
forget Andrea.
rhymed.
Well, and Andrea.
Well, that's Andrea who answered. So
Oh, okay.
You sure?
she's faster. That's what he tells me. He's like, she's faster at answering, so I let her type.
Okay, so it
What
does
do you think?
have a
like that one.
website. So you gotta go to the website, and that's where you can. From there, you can get the streaming. So you do. It looks like you do have to pay for it. Did we pay for it? Okay.
We were fine with. We just
Yeah,
couldn't
I
find
just
it.
couldn't find
So
it.
it does have its own website, 2000mules.com.
Okay.
We'll watch it. And we'll
We'll
stream
try
it to
again.
the TV.
See,
You-
Christine
you
said
should-
she wasn't able to find it either. Christine, if we find it, I'll send it to you.
You can buy a DVD.
That's what I told him.
Really? You can buy the DVD?
Yes, I told you let's buy the DVD,
That
and
was-
you looked at
that
me
was
funny.
pointed.
Andrea got mad watching. I'm sure she did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be yelling at the TV.
But
I
you
can
should
already-
have like, your mom over to watch it too, but not your dad.
Okay.
because she's less dangerous than he is.
She's
Really?
That's a have you not met them moment?
Right.
Come on.
Oh, I'm gonna. No,
I missed my sound effects this week, man.
I
know.
know, right?
You lost all your buttons.
So, as Wendy suggested, or not suggested, as Wendy mentioned,
Oh.
so Abbott had to
Sorry, I jumped ahead again.
Stop
had to
jumping ahead.
halt
Jumped ahead.
the plant that creates the baby formula because of flooding. So
Flooding
it'll
is
be-
in rain flooding, or flooding is in the building somehow
rain
mysteriously.
flooding because
Oh,
they had
okay,
a lot
okay.
of rain up in the Midwest.
So
Well,
they're
then
saying-
less conspiracy theorists.
They're
Yeah,
saying
just
that it'll be
normal.
a couple more weeks before they can get the plant ready to run again.
We only have
Weeks.
we only have
Weeks.
one plant that makes baby formula.
Yes,
They
I know,
make,
isn't that crazy?
They make like 60 or
We're really-
70% of it.
We're really that smart.
So,
That is called companies bidding each other out and buying each other out so that there's nobody else but you.
Well, yeah, that there's no competition.
And then when you hit the shit fan, there you go.
so
because
did you-
it used to be like Similac and Enfamil or something like that when my kids were young. There were at least two
Dad,
big ones and
the
some
F
small ones.
word. Seriously.
man, who is that that's typing for your dad?
Wait, whoa,
That
whoa,
must be mom.
back up because didn't you get busted?
Didn't I just get yelled at?
Yeah.
You can see it right there on the screen at 7:20. Dad said 2 F words already.
Wow.
Well, he's only
Dad,
a one.
You're
so-
50% behind me. Come on. What?
Oh, heavy metal
They
said
said Roku. Okay.
Huh? Okay.
We don't have Roku.
So Dan, what do you
Dad
think?
has Roku.
So
Not that we're gonna let my dad.
so what does
watch it.
everybody think about the fact that the Federal Reserve raised the rate 0.75%
Mhm.
yesterday?
Why
Saw
not?
that?
Because that was
Largest-
you
Because
said
that's gonna
that
fix it.
that was the
This is
largest
the
one.
extreme.
Largest in
20 some odd years or something
Yes.
like that,
Mhm.
almost 30 years.
Yep.
That's crazy.
unbelievable. I mean, this is unprecedented.
That's a
And they're saying-
huge jump.
well, and the thing is,
huge.
and so, and they keep pointing this out, and the smart people keep trying to tell
The smart people.
the people in charge,
Right.
that
You mean the dumb people
it's-
keep
it's-
trying to?
It's too little, too late,
Yeah, it's not
Oh.
gonna
and the only way you're going to stop this
huge.
is you need to raise the rate more.
Mhm.
And we're not talking a little bit; we're talking a
A
lot.
lot.
2%.
Well, no, it may have to go way higher than that. So,
Oh, okay.
since the inflation is getting up to the 10% range, they may have to
Don't do it,
raise
Arthur.
interest rates.
Oh, not to
almost-
double digits again.
Yeah, they may have to raise
No.
Oh,
interest rates up to the rate of inflation to be able to stop it.
Yeah. So I'm not. That's good though. That means houses will drop.
That's not good.
Let's do it.
it's not
Yes,
good.
it is. It means everybody's gonna move out, and I can buy more houses.
With what money? You got all that
right.
cash?
You
I'm
gotta
going to. Yes.
Okay.
Make a new job.
Okay.
Not a new job. A new,
Because
You're gonna have
getting
to
job
house
role.
loans is going to be difficult.
Yes.
not really.
Because the banks are going to scrutinize very
Of
deeply.
course they are.
as
They
far as-
have. They did since 2008. They
Yeah, but
stopped
with
everybody.
rates that
Oh, it's
high,
going to be even worse.
It's gonna be worse.
Oh no, they're just gonna put a bunch of stipulations on it.
So,
Unless you got
obviously-
cash.
A little bit.
so obviously the middle class is struggling to afford housing amid surging prices and inflation.
Mm-hmm.
So, big surprise there, right?
And the ones that are getting like really trampled on are those that rent,
Oh
Um,
yes.
because at least down here everyone is maybe rent was $800 last year, but
No, it's
houses-
18, and now next year's 24.
Exactly.
And
I don't know how
people can't.
right.
So like my house downtown. So when we first started renting it, I rented it for $800, right? Because it was 12 down in that neighborhood, and I was like, I don't know if I really want somebody like that. That's a fancy schmooshy person. Like I don't want that kind of person in my house. So then I upped it to 18. Okay, now it's going for 24 to 26,
Mhm.
and I'm like, what? Why would you not buy a house for that?
Right?
Like it just doesn't boggle my mind.
Because they don't have the credit score or the credit rating to be able to buy or put a down payment. And
Which I get, which is fine. And some people choose to rent over owning. They don't have to deal with, stuff that breaks, blah, blah, blah.
oh, absolutely.
But it's just crazy.
I mean, I have to give, so my cousins rent quite a bit. You know, they have apartment buildings and they have houses that they rent.
Yeah.
I give them a lot of credit because they've pretty much kept theirs the same.
Yeah.
They
Sorry,
haven't
and
jumped on
What?
board
Yeah.
with
And
the,
especially if I have a good tenant, why am I going to raise it?
Right.
Why would I not just leave you there? If you're not fucking shit up and my house isn't tore up, let you
Right.
stay.
right.
Like, I'm fine with that. Like, if I can get a single mom with whatever, 2 kids and she takes care of the house, I'll leave it. Like, my mortgage is paid. I'm good. Like,
Because everyone
I don't
wants
need to
make
jump on
that-
board with everybody else.
that extra money.
So,
So this one is for Dan. I put this one in here
Uh-oh.
specifically.
is this
So-
going to be a happy story?
No, it's
no,
not.
it's not. So back
You might
during,
get the second F word out
back-
of him then.
back during the
You might.
the famous Buttigieg
Buttigieg.
Back during the
Oh, he's such a
famous-
wiener sucker.
during the famous Buttigieg
Ah,
episode, and I said that they were positioning.
Although we have a taco and a wiener sucker now.
they were positioning Buttigieg to.
Sorry.
So keep monitoring if we're on YouTube. So
Some people like tacos, some people like hot dogs.
All right. Enough.
It's fine.
Let's
It's
continue
totally
on.
fine.
Please.
she's trying now. She's honestly
I'm telling
trying.
you.
So guess what? They're now
Running.
well. There's
Are you
definite
serious?
out in mainstream media now. CBS and CNN are both asking the questions of should Biden run next time?
He's a waffle. No, he should not.
who's
Right.
gonna vote for him?
Well, did you see that earlier this week? Jean-Pierre was asked by somebody from CNN,
Well,
should
you know
the
what?
president
Back up.
run? And
Back
she's
up.
like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're asking." Oh, it's Don Lemon from CNN.
Well, yeah, Donald. Yeah,
And he's like, should he even run? And she's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're asking that question. He's so full of energy. I can barely keep up." It's like, really? You're a woman in her 30s. You can't keep up with the old guy?
With the
you
80-year-old
seen
man
how
who's
he
got
walks?
Alzheimer's.
He shuffles.
But here's the strategy. Go ahead, let him run because guess what? That's kind of a
Please.
shoe-in then for anyone,
Well,
Yes,
that's the
please.
point. I mean,
anyone
the-
who's going up
Yeah,
against
but
him.
you,
But
you
that is
say
the
that
point.
though, but I don't know. I mean,
Well, it depends on
It's all
who.
going to be, that's the thing, is it's all going to be, like I said, do we really have a voice in it?
that's part
But
of the.
now
have
they're
anything to
so
do
now
with
they're
it.
sitting there and they are actually starting to quote unquote
Go back,
well they're
circle
they're,
back.
they're putting Harris
Circle
and
back around.
Buttigieg
You miss
in the same
Peppermint Patty,
locations
don't you?
now.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Interesting.
So it's kind of a very quiet. Well, what about if we did this? What
well,
if we-
black woman and a gay man, of course they're going
yeah,
to.
how about that? And so now all of a sudden that's becoming, it might become a reality, Dan. Just watch.
Disgusting.
That's what you think.
You see that they signed a law to extend security for Supreme Court justices and their family members now.
Is that fence
And there
still
was-
really up?
Yes, it was put up yesterday or the day before.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and so there were
We're
That
at a,
doesn't make anybody like,
we're at a sad
is that
point.
warm
there
and
were
fuzzy?
20 something.
We're at a sad point in our society. That's
And
all
nobody
I can
thinks
say.
that's odd.
There was a
Right.
20 something congressional representatives that voted against giving extended security to Supreme Court justice families,
Absolutely.
including the squad.
Absolutely.
What
They
does that
should
tell
not
you?
get it.
What does that tell you?
That tells you that people are pissed off.
That they don't want to. So Supreme Court justices are not safe or shouldn't be safe.
So my question
I'm
is,
not saying they shouldn't be safe, but it's a telltale at what people feel. I mean, people are pissed.
What are they pissed about? But see, they're pissed because
the way the country is going.
But
and
what are
they're
we doing
afraid of
about
that.
it other
They're
than being
afraid
pissed?
that they know people are pissed. Why do you think they put the fences back up? Why else
well,
would
I'm
they
talking
put the
about
fences back up?
the 20 something.
No, I get that. No,
And why they voted against giving security to Supreme Court justice families.
Maybe they get
Are they?
pinned.
I guess my question is: are they doing it on purpose?
I would. Y'all did this.
Again, it comes back to:
Here you go.
are they trying to ruin this country on purpose?
Yes, they are.
So this was an interesting fact I found earlier this week.
what's that?
So
Are we going to do this? This is the same story from last week. You keep just doing
No,
this
this is-
every.
this
We keep doing this near
Did you
record
know-
low. Well, it's going to keep nearing the record low because he's there.
No,
No.
you're not reading the story.
Biden's approval falls in third straight week. Nears
No,
record low.
well, that one
He's
I
past that.
skipped
He's-
that.
Oh,
He's-
that's why I was like,
Yeah.
why are
What's
we
the
know
What's the
this.
next one?
A bunch of numbers? Federal tax collections set record through August.
I think that's 3 trillion.
3.5 trillion, almost 3.6 trillion.
I don't
federal
even know what
tax
that
collection.
means. You lost me
Sets
after that
record.
first comma.
So 3.6 trillion federal tax collection sets record through August. We have set a record in tax collections.
Right.
Sure, we have. They
And yet,
took my tax money.
I don't want to hear any more about the lies
They-
of reckless spending.
They took
We've
my
collected-
$1,800. They took my tax money and didn't even tell me why. And the IRS will not answer and tell me why. They tell me to call back.
What?
Well, there
I
is
have-
there is something
I have
true
till
about that statement.
I have till July 2nd or something to fight it. They keep telling me, oh, you need to call back again, talk with so and so. So I call back, oh, you need to call back and talk with so and so. $1,800 they took from me. They will not tell me why.
Well, they're supposed to. I mean, with
You should have got a
No,
letter from
my
them or something.
TurboTax,
no, they have to supply you with
they
the
sent me a letter saying we took your money.
but
you
they
need a
have
call.
to tell you why, and
Some weird code that when you look it up means nothing.
we'll look at it after the
Yeah.
show. Okay.
Super fun.
So back to that. That is the last line is a true statement. You
We're
are changing people's lives.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
not for the good.
Right.
So Wendy had not seen this, so I had to look it up and show it to her earlier.
Yeah, I did not see this.
So he sits there and he's yelling again about, they're changing people's lives, and it's like, yeah, you're ruining people's lives.
How are they changing people's lives?
I mean, it's not a
He's under some false impression that they are handing out all this money, and they are making. He thinks he's Robin Hood, and they're probably,
they're probably telling him he is.
they probably are telling him
Right.
he is. Here you go. Here's your ice cream. You are Robin Hood.
Yep. You saved all these people. Go tell them how
And
thankful you are.
I
that
mean,
you
we
saved
we
them.
looked at. I mean, we watched this a little bit further in depth, and there are so many lies that he tells during this speech,
Mhm.
I can only imagine.
and it's like the problem is the SEALs in the audience sit there and they just clap, and yet the
Because they're
mainstream
paid to.
and the mainstream media doesn't say anything. Nobody's willing to call him out on it because he sits there and he says, we are reducing the deficit. We reduced the deficit by $2 trillion. It's like, well, that's only because of the fact of, which way are you counting? Are you counting the trillions of dollars that was put in because of the pandemic? You talking about the 1 trillion dollars that you spent last year in the infrastructure bill and can't get Build Back Better this year? So because since you can't get Build Back Better past this year, that's the
Money you put back.
$2 trillion that you're saving. Let's break this down. He's being so disingenuous and lying to us. I've never seen a previous administration on either side that is lying so directly to the people as it's happening.
And nobody is.
And the mainstream media is such a part of it that they're not willing to call it. Well, I should correct that. Some of them seem to be getting to the point where they have to start calling it out. It's become so obvious. So they are. I just thought that
You're making Dad upset. Stop showing sleepy
I mean,
Joe. You're making him sick
if they
to
want
stomach.
to, if they want to throw
Yeah,
things
full
out
steam
there,
ahead, right?
did he,
Yeah.
did he swear again?
No.
I mean, if they want to throw out certain, statements, back it up by facts then.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, a lot of times people go through and, okay, this happened and here's our facts, blah, blah, blah. Here's some graphs. Okay, I show me the facts. Show me the facts.
absolutely.
But the funny thing is, and sorry, John, I didn't mean to jump
No.
in, but
Jump
that's
in.
part of the reason why I called this episode what I did, because I feel like the people who still support him and still are strong supporters, they are literally like zombies, just walking around in these herds, just aimlessly wandering with no
Well,
purpose. I mean, it's like they
So I
just
was-
don't know.
I was talking with my left family that still talks to me and hasn't taken me off of Facebook and their accounts. Oh, I found that out this week too. That my aunt removed me. We are no longer friends.
Oh,
And
and I see you're so upset
So-
about it.
kind of, because I actually thought she gave a shit about me, but I guess not. So, my cousin, who's her daughter, I was talking with her and she's very left. That's the way she was raised. But she's starting to open her eyes. And I said, why do you not like Trump? Why did you not like him? Oh, because he was so rude and he was so mean. Okay. How was the country ran? Well, he tweeted mean things. I didn't follow him on Twitter, so I really didn't care.
Yeah.
I wasn't friends with him. He's a businessman.
Mhm.
Did you want to be friends? Did you want to go have to dinner with him? Like, no. He has a job to do and he did his job very well.
Mhm.
At least, right. At least he didn't lie. Clinton was a very personable.
Yeah.
And same way with Kennedy. I mean, they were compared, but they could so easily lie to your face then.
And you totally go along with it.
Exactly, because you
so is
liked
Biden.
them.
Yeah,
But they
so
were
is Biden.
so likable.
This is so beyond Trump now, though. This is like,
that's
it's
why
so
they're
the
still
opposite
following.
end of the
It's not.
spectrum.
That's
But
why
it's
they're still
not, because
following
they keep
Biden
because they
because
keep-
Biden is nice. That's what she told me. She will vote for him again because he is nice.
Well, my my dad's got nice doctors, but that doesn't mean they're good doctors.
Right.
That's what, and that's exact.
And
that is the exact analysis I used. I told her, I said, I don't care if my doctor's an asshat. If he can do my open heart surgery or he can do my surgery on my back, I don't need to fucking talk to you. You can do your job.
Right.
That's all I need you for.
Right.
We're not friends. You need to be able to get done what you need to be able to get done.
Absolutely.
I
And
just
she
want
was,
to.
no.
I just want to state it for the record. I have not dropped an F-bomb at all today.
It's because you're not drinking.
I don't think I have either.
No.
But Dan has.
Dan has.
So
So I thought this one was great. 1/3 of all tweets from U.S. adults are political. Who suspects that is true? And
I'm
those
surprised
aged
that-
50 to older produce 78% of all political tweets from U.S. adults.
It's funny, but it's not. That's because that's the generation now
That's
that's
pissed off.
sick of what's going on.
Right.
But it's
No,
not, though,
not
because
that generation.
they're not mad.
Come on, we're all looking at the screen waiting for him to say something.
Don't tell me there's going to
He's
be a
typing
sriracha
something
shortage.
right now on his phone, and he's
Hey,
like,
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
what? Go to that next one.
"Everything we know about coming sriracha shortage."
That
Yeah.
cannot be true.
No, it is very true.
I saw that the other day.
Dwindling chili pepper supplies.
Yes.
Wow.
So you better go stock up.
I need to go buy a bunch of sriracha. That is awful.
Lindsay will create the shortage.
I am seriously. This gonna be toilet paper all over again.
Sriracha.
I'll be selling sriracha
hot
out of the back of the
Hot
car.
sauce and toilet paper.
Oh.
You're gonna see Lindsay with
Yeah,
cases
pushing
and cases of
pushing a
sriracha.
cart outside of
Costco's gonna be
Costco.
like, "Ma'am, what are you doing? Don't even look at it."
Trader Joe's, here we come.
I
Oh,
know.
God.
They have the best one. They have a green
China
one too.
launched
It's so
its
yummy.
third aircraft carrier today. Well, this week, I guess.
Oh, that's awesome.
Did you see that the Biden administration plans to extend the
Absolutely.
COVID-19 emergency?
That's where he gets all his money from.
Actually, it's because of the fact that it gives a bunch of special care to people that get specialized access status to healthcare. Is the driving
What was
factor.
that?
So lower income people get special access to healthcare,
That's what
like
access is called.
telemed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Access has covered telemed for probably
This is
years
what I
before
was
that.
reading. So
Wow.
Fauci refuses to stop funding Chinese research with U.S. tax dollars. He actually did say that.
Why would he
What?
not?
Why? I don't understand why we were doing it.
He is
in the
unable
first
to
place.
commit to stop federal funding going to Chinese scientists.
Of course.
Well, we don't need any money here in our country.
Didn't
Totally
even point
fine.
out the fact that, Fauci got the Rona this week.
That I find ironic.
Didn't kill him though.
He still got
Disappointing.
it, so we'll see. DOJ blocks the GOP effort to get answers on Hunter Biden. So
Why has he not overdosed yet?
You want to call him and ask him?
Yeah, why haven't we slipped him? Like, why haven't we slipped him a little something yet?
child predator sting nets Disney driver and 11 others in a Polk County sting
Oh, down in Florida?
down in Florida.
Oh,
Can I
So,
just
whoops.
An
say
actual
that I
driver.
thought that said
So
in
what I was-
Pollock County, and I was like, that is
What I was
rude.
reading is this guy was actually like, he was talking up, chatting up young girls
Sure was.
while on the job.
Oh, really?
Of course he was. Why was he not? Fat old heifer.
Here you go. Here's something I thought. Woman tracks boyfriend with AirTag before running him over.
That is brilliant. So you can
What?
put him in your shoes and stuff. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
hide them. That's what they say to do for children
For
is to
kids,
get the
yeah.
air tags and put them in their sneakers so you know where they go. So they
Oh.
can't get stolen. How would your boyfriend ever know?
Yeah.
Oh.
How do you know you don't have one?
But I mean, that's pretty extreme that
Could
she
you
ran
hate
him over.
iPhone?
Jeez.
Well, I'd have to figure out how to work Apple stuff. So. That's why you don't have one.
Aren't you relieved now, Keith?
I wasn't worried.
Obviously,
to
the number,
begin with.
Wasn't worried at all.
obviously, the number of terrorists, suspected terrorists nabbed at the border has spiked under Biden. On the flip side, 79 buses so far have gone to Washington from Texas and Arizona.
Good.
Sweet.
Drop them off right at that wall.
NBA finals, nobody cared.
Nobody cares.
I do have a question though. So this was an interesting question. So Representative Chip Roy and a couple others, including Marjorie Taylor Greene,
Mhm.
were blasting the NDAA, National Defense Authorization Act, because the current one has where women will be it says conscripted, but technically it can be eligible for the draft.
Absolutely.
And so I was like, all right, so that's a good question. That's a good question to ask. What
Your
is
boy and you want to
everybody's-
be a girl, guess what? You still got to go in the
well,
draft.
what is everybody's thought about women being forced into the draft? So that's not voluntary, it's forced.
With the way that the country is going, I 100% think everybody needs that in their life.
Did they bring back the draft though? I thought didn't they get rid of
The draft is still technically
You
Like,
have to sign up, but you're
you have
not.
to sign up.
Yeah.
It's in the background to be able to use only for national emergencies.
You're just supposed to sign up when you're 18, when you turn
Yeah.
18, right?
So I mean, it's still technically there, but there's no active draft.
Where they're
Right,
pulling you in
right,
and like
yeah.
hunting you
Yeah.
down if you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last draft was during Vietnam.
100% think so.
So you think that women should be drafted?
Absolutely.
And
I think
didn't- and I could
every
have put money on that was going to be your answer.
I think every single human when you turn 18, I'm saying human because nobody apparently knows what they are anymore, should have to do it a minimum of 2 years.
See, and I disagree with that. And
Okay.
I've disagreed with that for a long time because of the fact that I say that the military gets on the volunteer status gets enough.
You get the
Degenerates.
Dumbasses already. And that's why I say 2 years. So 2 years for the ones, I'm not saying go actually put you in there. You need to go through, you need to be the ones touring our borders. You need to be helping out border patrol. You need to be helping with hurricanes, doing stuff like that. You don't need to be going over countries. You want to do more than your 2 years, then you get to go be in what our military is in now. But you need to do a minimum of 2 years. You need to go through boot camp. You need to live on base. You need to start working for a living, learn a trade, and go start doing some of our stuff. Guess what? Our streets would be clean.
But see that you're basing that on the assumption that when they go in, they're going to do a good job and they're going to put forth an effort.
Yes.
But there are
Then you
so
sit
many,
in military jail for that 2 years
and they
and rot.
and they would probably be
That is fine by me.
fine with them. But we
Because
just
there are enough people. I mean, I sat there and I actually, ironically, so if anybody wants to comment, who has seen Maverick? I want to see who has seen Maverick, and I would love to see your comments. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Did you like it? Did you love it? Was it better than the original? Same as the original? Not as good as the original?
What is Maverick?
Top Gun. I'm gonna watch.
What?
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm
for
not
sure.
going.
What?
Absolutely not.
What?
I hated
What?
him in the first
That
one.
has nothing to do with
It has
him,
nothing
though.
to
I
do
was
with
gonna say,
everybody.
He is in it.
Everybody
not
is,
watching it.
Everybody is saying the exact same thing.
That he's an asshat.
Not a lot of people are
People-
Tom Cruise fans right now,
Hated him.
but on the other
Always
hand,
have.
it has nothing to do with Tom
Nope.
Cruise. It could have
Yeah.
been anybody that's in this movie.
If anybody else was, I'd go see it.
It has nothing to do with Tom Cruise.
Can't
It
do it.
literally has to do with this is the sequel to the original that you loved from 1985.
right. Yeah.
Didn't love the original from 1985.
never watched the
Barely saw it.
original.
No.
You've never what? What kind of a communist are you?
Why would I watch it? I was 3.
It's a great movie.
I was 3.
It is a great movie.
You haven't seen it
is great.
since?
It's a
No, God, no. Why would I watch it?
Had a great cast.
because it's a great movie.
Had a great cast.
You
in it.
fly an airplane and it has Tom Cruise in it. I'm good. I'll pass.
No, it has a totally.
That's why I never watch. I hated.
Oh
I've
my
always
God, what
hated
are we
him. I will
doing?
never. No.
I don't like him as a person, but he is.
No,
a
he's
good
not a
actor.
good actor. He
He
plays
is-
the
he is a
same
good actor.
person
Because
in
you haven't watched
everything.
Top Gun.
No, every single movie he's in, he is the same exact thing.
No, I'm
No,
gonna disagree
I would
with
disagree.
you.
No, I don't like
Yeah,
him.
because
Not doing
You
it.
haven't even seen Risky Business.
Because I was just gonna.
Yeah.
That's where I was gonna go. Is he is not the same person in Risky Business as he is in
No.
Top
And
Gun.
I didn't
No.
like
And those were only separated by 18 months
That's
as far as the
right.
release.
See, I didn't like him in Risky Business. I like the roles I like him in. A Few Good Men. I liked him in that. I thought
Yes,
he was-
actually,
thought
that
he
was a very
I thought
good
he was
movie.
really good in that. Jack Nicholson was outstanding in that.
Oh, that's a
Oh, I like
great
Jack
movie.
Nicholson. I'd watch
Did
that.
you haven't seen that either?
That would be a no.
That's a great movie.
But what I didn't like him in, where he is the same in every movie, and because he's that character, but Mission Impossible, he kind of became. I don't know. I just don't like
Well, you
the
have to
character
be.
he plays in that movie. But no, I enjoyed the first Top Gun.
I know.
which is why I want to see.
Have you ever
it.
seen Jerry Maguire?
Yes. Hated
Oh,
it.
we finally found out.
Hated
about
Really? You hated it?
Hated the movie.
Wow.
What movies do you like besides Christmas movies?
You don't like any
Halloween
movies.
horror movies.
I was gonna say.
Nobody gets slashed or dies or. Nope. Sorry.
So my
He
whole
is
reason
Tomcat. Really, Andrea?
for what?
Wow.
So
A lot of people like 'em.
my point for bringing it up was the fact that I was actually reading an article out of Military Times, and for all the things that you want to fault our military about lately, and the leadership and some of the things that they are pushing the military to do, I thought it was a very good article because somebody sat there and gave the Military Times reporter went and you're about to lose your.
Oh, thank you.
And showed a couple people that, especially this one guy out of San Francisco, who totally hated the movie because, thought it was just nothing but, white straight guy porn of airplanes flying.
Okay. I was
And,
like,
and it was all, very anti-military, anti this and that. And so the reporter from Military Times copied all that and put it in there and basically kind of wrote it as a hit piece and saying, this is what we're up against. So it was
Right.
actually kind of a good
Wow.
article.
well, we saw a commercial for it at what movie did we go see?
Jurassic Park.
Okay. At the Jurassic Park one. And they did it was an Air Force girl, I
Yeah,
guess, who
yeah.
trained him
Uh-huh.
and did a lot of the maneuvers and stuff.
Okay.
And so it was like a commercial for them. It's kind of cool.
But my point is that there are so many people out there that are not only don't like the military, hate the military,
Yeah.
hate everything. The
Yeah,
military
you don't
is-
want to put them in there because
And you
they're
don't
just
wanna
Yes,
gonna-
I
force
do.
it.
Maybe they'll themselves off.
No, because they'll
their only point would be to go and do harm to the military.
Exactly.
And you got to remember, military is a family. You want to put
That's
people that
true.
are
Well,
gonna
that's what I'm
have each
saying. The
other's
first
back when
2
it comes to
years-
combat.
The first
you
2
need to-
years, you're not going into combat. Like you're doing border patrol, you're cleaning up the streets. Like that's what you're doing. You're not going out there and representing our country. Like this is teaching you a job. This is teaching you structure.
it's a great concept, but you got to keep in mind that those people that are going to look at it as I'm not doing that, and they'll do anything that they possibly can to undermine that.
Right.
And I'm sure Arthur would be the first to say, well, Border Patrol doesn't want the degenerates
Right?
Right.
Yes, they do.
Exactly,
Border
exactly.
patrol. There's plenty of desert out there, Arthur.
because that's going to be the guy that's sitting there, playing video games on his phone and watching people.
Oh, you don't
walk
get your
literally,
phone.
and
You don't
walk
get your
right,
phone. You
walk right in front,
don't get to play on your phone. What? No.
sleeping,
Sit down.
whatever.
Yeah, there's
You know,
plenty of
in the-
ways
in the-
to not do your
So
job.
in the military, if you're on watch, so somebody always has to be on
Yeah.
watch, right? So when you're on watch, and if it's not wartime, if you get caught sleeping on duty, you can go to prison for that.
Mhm.
If you get caught sleeping on duty during wartime, that's actually an executable offense.
Is it
Absolutely.
really? I
Oh,
didn't know that.
really?
Absolutely,
That's-
because you
that's-
just
According to the-
literally
Wow.
can kill all
According
your
to the
people.
Uniform Code of Military Justice, that is an executable offense.
Really?
Wow.
That's
It's
interesting.
a
I did
great
not
idea.
know
Let's
that.
do it.
Let's
Absolutely
do it,
awesome.
boy. She's
Do it.
pull the trigger right now.
Do
Come on,
it.
she wants to,
Lindsay's like,
Get
There's
rid of
a
them.
reason why we are not putting you in charge.
It'd be so much better.
You'd be the first one to say, you know what? That's
We'd
it.
have
We're
lots
hitting,
of
we're
fat
hitting the red
piggies.
button and we're just going to see what happens.
We'd have lots of fat pigs. That's all I have to say.
So I don't know. We didn't really get any answers to your question.
Man,
What was our question?
we got lots of Tomcat.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
a lot of
Tommy
Tommy
Cat.
in there. Is that the end of the news?
That was the end of the news.
Damn,
I've been told, we got to keep it shorter.
That was quick.
Do we have a quiz?
We do have a quiz, but it's not a long quiz. It's
We don't
a
have
short
letters.
quiz.
Our letters are all in the.
Where are the letters?
Keith cleaned up.
I cleaned up.
Oh,
We have dead
man.
dogs.
Well, we got to do the hooker because you found a hooker for us.
Actually,
Yeah.
he did. They all flew in Maverick.
Yeah, he did fly in Maverick. Yeah.
Yeah, they all are flying in the back seat of F-18 Fs.
He actually flies that kind
He
of
does,
plane,
yeah.
doesn't
So
he?
in the movie, there is a P-51 Mustang. That's his.
That's his plane.
That's his plane.
I got excited like that was a car.
Interesting. I mean, I'll give him credit. I mean, I know in all the movies he does his own stunts. I mean, I'm not discrediting him. I just don't like who he is as a person. But
No, I don't like.
especially with his whole Scientology bullshit that he gets involved with. But but whatever. I heard this was a very like anti-woke movie anyway.
Yes, it is
Maverick,
very
so it's-
100%. Make you feel good about yourself. It's got a little Navy bravado in it. I liked it because of that.
Yeah.
That it had a little Navy bravado, and
You like anything military? Let's be real.
But that's why
it was. Well, okay. So to be fair,
Okay.
it did have the it did have the
Okay, I'm waiting.
what's my requirement for all movies?
I don't know. Some see
And something has to blow
plane.
up.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Something's got to
Well,
blow
you
up.
know that's gonna happen. In the
And so
movie.
yeah, a couple things blew up in Maverick.
Yeah,
so-
but you have to look at him 98% of the other time. So I'm good, thanks.
You
Unless there's
you
lots of
probably don't
drinking.
though. I mean, there's probably a lot of other characters in the movie. I mean, it's
I
not
doubt
just
it.
based solely around him. I mean,
Sure it
Yeah, well,
is.
no, very true, very
Mhm.
true. And so, Lindsay, guess what? We're gonna come over tomorrow, and we're gonna
No, you're not.
bring my Top Gun
I'm watching
DVD,
it.
and we are gonna watch Top Gun.
And I will.
I want to see Maverick because I like a movie that makes you feel good about not only your country but about the military. That's what I like. And
Yes.
we need more stuff like that. So I'll support a movie like that all day long. I don't care who's in it. Just to have that kind of feel good. That's what we need. We need.
Yeah, there's
we
no
have
woke-
too-
absolutely.
we
There's
have too
no
many
woke
movies out
anything.
there.
There's no, you can't even get it. Pixar on the other hand, there's
There's no lesbos or gay dudes anywhere in it. Bet you there's a couple somewhere in there.
Pixar they got banned in the United Arab Emirates because of
the Buzz Lightyear.
the Buzz Lightyear.
There's the same sex.
Two women
kiss.
kissed.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
And
as they should.
UAE said not happening here.
Oh, really? Wow.
Good.
So
Yeah. I mean, let's put it this way. Here's how unwoke or politically incorrect the Maverick movie is. So on his original jacket, leather flight jacket from 1985, on the back is a Taiwanese national flag.
Okay.
So again, who runs a lot of or injects a lot of money into the movie industry nowadays?
China.
China. They don't want to see anything that says Taiwanese as
Right.
its own standalone
they hate
country.
Taiwan, yeah.
Their policy is the fact that it's a rogue part of China that
Yeah.
just needs to be brought back into the fold. So the rumors had lasted since the movie was done that they had gone in and CGI'd over that and put
Really?
something else there so as not to offend the Chinese. Guess
Wow.
what?
It
They
was there.
They
It was
didn't.
Yeah.
Good.
That's
They
awesome.
literally left the Taiwanese flag on the back of his jacket and said, "Guess what, China?
Sorry, it
Suck
slipped.
it.
We didn't.
It's
We
there.
forgot.
It's it's still there."
So you know what's funny? Let's go back on your comment about the whole Buzz Lightyear thing. I had a whole different title for this episode. The beginning of the week?
Yes, you did.
So there was an old movie from the 80s called Sex, Lies, and Videotape. And that's what I was going to make the name of the episode. And I found this picture of this astronaut, right?
Oh no.
And
I don't.
he looked completely gay. He had like pink on and everything, and I was gonna have that
Wow.
as the whole thing. The lies was gonna be
To
Biden.
infinity and beyond.
So just show you where my mind goes, and then I just completely flipped on Wednesday when I was reading something, going, you know what? We're just a bunch of fucking zombies running around,
Yep.
just following the herd.
Yep.
No,
what
we're not, and I think so. I remember I had said it before
to a degree.
because I had heard
agree
it that
with
it
you,
said
really.
that, you know, what was it? 10% of the country is trying to ruin the country. 5% is trying to cover it up, and 3% is trying to save it or something like that. I forget. I'll have to look that up. It's been a long time, but I think that anyhow, I think the amount of people that are trying to save the country is actually expanding.
I think it is.
And I think
Hope
that
so.
those that are in the dark is obviously shrinking because that's where the people that are trying to save it are coming from. So, you know, the past elections that we're starting to see, there's huge turnouts for the Republican side. And, you know, Dan Bongino says it best, and I got to give him credit for that. He says, the Republicans are definitely not always the answer to your problems, but the Democrats are always the answer to your
Problems.
or the start of your problem.
Start of your problems, right?
You know, so, you know, all your problems are coming from, all of our problems, I should say, are coming from the Democrats, and the Republicans are the ones that at least want to just hold the line. We just want things to be the way it was. And that's the thing I always keep saying is the fact that, you know, the fault of the Republican Party is they just want it to stop. Just get to stop.
And then as soon as we get it stopped, we let them have it again.
Yeah. The moment we, we push the rock up the hill, we get it back up the hill, we stop, we turn around, and the rock wants to come back down the hill. So that's the problem. And so we need to figure out ways to be more offensive and not defensive with the Democrats. And I think that history is on our side because of the fact that with the way things went during the Carter administration and what Reagan had to do and the way it brought about, it was interesting watching an article or something not too long ago where it talked about, so during the 1980 election, Carter, who was the incumbent president, he ended up only winning 4 states against Reagan. Reagan got the rest of it. Yep. So, and
that's pretty major. That's a
landslide. So they're saying that this could be, you know, the midterms. This is going to be probably the biggest midterms red wave that they've ever seen in history.
God,
and then
when see what
that.
Well, look what happened in
November.
Look what happened in Texas. That's a
telltale sign. That's a great opportunity. You know, that's something I was going to bring up. Yeah. I forgot.
So what happened in Texas?
Go ahead.
Well, you probably know more information.
No, go ahead. I'll fill in the details.
I don't know I don't know what the name was. What was her name?
Oh, I meant to write it up to put it in the newsletter and I forgot. But anyhow, there was it
was an election.
It was, so while Texas had their election.
Oh, didn't they have like not an emergency? What do you call that?
Like an emergency hearing?
What is that called? Not an emergency election, but it was filling in for someone that had vacated, correct?
No, I don't think that was the case.
Oh, that wasn't? Okay.
No.
But anyhow, a Republican representative ended up, so they're turning a seat in a deeply
blue area,
in a deeply Hispanic area,
like for 100 years or something like that.
And so this woman is the first. She is the first ever Mexican-born U.S.
I think I know the name, or I'd recognize.
I can't remember the name. That's why I didn't want to say.
I meant to put it in the newsletter, but yeah, she's the first Mexican-born U.S. representative.
Nice.
And so turned this seat from blue to red, and they're saying this is huge because this was a blue area that was deep blue for a long time, but they're saying that the black vote and the Hispanic vote are leaving the Democratic Party in droves because of the fact that they're just tired of the bullshit.
Yep.
And it's fun. I mean, I don't know why it's taken so long for the black vote because of the fact that
they watch the news.
Well, but
they watch the news on TV.
But they shouldn't, you know, that woman, and I forget her name. I'm drawing
I'm looking it up.
You know, but there was that woman that 2 years ago.
Myra Flores?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Myra Flores.
Very
So,
good.
but there was
Yeah.
that woman
She's the
that.
Border Patrol's agent's wife in Texas. That's cool.
Oh, okay, very cool. So, but there was that one woman that went out in Baltimore last election, and she made a very famous commercial because she walked around in Baltimore showing the seedy underbelly of Baltimore, and she goes, "We have been Democrat for
Ever.
60,
Mhm.
70 years. This is what it's bought us."
And let's face it, that's in a lot of big cities where it has been primarily one particular party and they're no better off. You would think that they would want to change and want
See what
change.
happens.
Exactly. Hey, kid,
Can't be worse than but if they're telling them, oh, it's going to be way worse than where you are now.
but
what do you
sometimes
believe?
you have to see it.
But people aren't going to take that risk if
But-
they have nothing to lose.
But look at Gavin Newsom's speech that he just came out with the other day, saying that it's a red state murder problem, where they said the red states have the highest murder rates over blue states. Did you see that freaking speech?
No,
I didn't see
Yeah.
the speech, but I did hear the thing about the murder rates versus in a blue state versus red state.
Yeah,
And I
trying to
was
say that
like,
red states have a higher murder rate than blue states do.
I mean,
Yeah. Good stretching there, bro.
Well, I mean, it's.
I'd like
Gavin
to see the
Newsom,
facts
so-
on that.
True.
Again, I want to see facts. So if
Well,
you're going to say something back,
The whole Bongino episode was the fact that he got it. He got on Twitter, made some kind of, I don't know if he posted that video on there, but then got called out for lying, and he got fact checked, I guess.
Of course, he got fact checked.
Of course. Nice.
That's funny.
So, all right, let's do the quiz. You
All
ready for the
right.
We're
quiz?
ready.
let's go.
All right, ready?
It's been a
Is it a
depressing
fun
show.
quiz? What's it based on? What's the topic?
What's the topic?
Yeah, what's the
Time
topic?
is
Father's
Wendy.
Day.
Oh, awesome.
Father's
Okay.
Day is in 2 days.
It is.
Happy Father's Day, fathers.
Yes, happy Father's Day. to
Happy
everybody.
Father's Day.
We have 11 questions. Is everybody ready?
All right.
All right. Question 1. When is Father's Day celebrated? June 19th every year, the third Sunday in June, or just random? We have a B.
I never remember when Father's Day is, so I'm going to go randomly. I'll be the oddball out.
Mhm.
Okay. We'll let you be the
Where's our
oddball.
music?
I will be
Yeah,
the
where's your
oddball.
music?
Are we ready? I'm working
Okay.
on it.
When you're
ready.
ready. He's on cold medicine.
Well, we
Yes,
didn't
he
have.
is.
That's what happens.
Put your guesses up there, guys. Play with us tonight.
Yes.
With
Let's,
quiz.
let's hear
rather.
what you
Play
guys
with
think.
us tonight.
The
You
quiz.
got a new toy,
Play the
and now you're
quiz.
asking people to play with you.
Hey, it was a crossbow.
Wow.
It's not a bob. Well, we got a B when he's saying
Okay.
B. Hey, Wendy. Heavy metal says B.
Christine,
I can't
I'm
see
not caught up.
Christine's comment.
I'm not caught up. I don't know yet. B.
B.
Christine is good. She puts the number and then
Ready?
the letter.
Oh.
Christine's been trained.
Yes.
Go ahead, John. Put it up there.
B.
All right, B.
All
Third
right.
Sunday in June.
Nice.
That was the
'Cause
only.
it's always a
That's
Sunday.
the only easy one.
Probably.
Because the other one I was going to put was, what is the most commonly gifted
Father's Day
item
present?
for Father's Day?
a
Socks.
tie.
Socks.
Wendy,
What was that?
what's the most common gift for Father's Day?
Yeah, I would say probably a tie.
It is a tie. Historically, it is a tie. As much as it seems like it's just an old stereotype, it is actually
It
a
is
tie.
yeah.
I would never buy
What
my
year
father
was
a
the
tie.
first Father's Day?
Oh gosh, I have no idea.
Ooh.
1910, 1850, 1799, or 1924?
I'm gonna say it's a Hallmark thing.
Me too.
Come on, Keith. You know you want to be different.
I do want to be
All right,
different.
everybody.
How
Come
different
on,
do I want
everybody.
to be?
1910, 1850, 1799, or 1924?
Underwear. Wendy
I
says.
like that
Underwear.
underwear.
We got a
Socks and
B.
underwear. That's what I get dad every year.
Christine says B. Wendy says B. Wow, we got a lot of 1800s there.
Okay.
I can't see heavy metal's choice.
Me either.
1910.
Really?
Oh, Heavy Metal got it
1910?
right. They say 1910.
Wow, good guess.
I'm really
Good job,
surprised. Okay.
Number 3, according to
Totally a
Hallmark,
guess.
Oh,
where do
there's your
Father's
Hallmark.
Day cards rank in their list of most sold cards?
Ooh.
3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th?
Birthday's got to be number
So you have
one.
birthday,
Yeah.
anniversary,
Valentine's
Christmas,
Day.
Valentine's Day, Mother's Day.
I'm going
Mother's Day.
sixth.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got to be down there. Because I mean, come on.
According to Hallmark, where do Father's Day cards rank in the list of most sold cards? Third, fourth, fifth, or sixth? Get your answers in now.
Wendy says A. Heavy Metal says B. Now Wendy changed it to C.
It's because we counted that
I
out.
can't see Kristen.
Fourth.
No.
Really? Fourth?
According to Hallmark,
Okay.
it is fourth.
Good job, baby.
So Heavy Metal got it right. All right.
I don't know if I believe it.
Which country first celebrated Father? So you're telling Hallmark they're wrong?
I'm telling Hallmark they're wrong.
You're full of shit.
Because
Hallmark.
first is going to be
You would
birthday.
think the Hallmark would know.
Birthday, Christmas, Valentine's Day,
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day, anniversary. It has to be sixth. There's no way.
What country first celebrated Father's Day?
Oh, that's
USA, England,
Okay.
France, or Russia?
Do you think it does?
Yeah.
Really?
Hallmark.
Yeah, but Hallmark
You
said
know,
they were.
She is very salty today.
I'm going
I
England.
know.
Boy,
No, they don't care that much.
we have got to start pre-gaming with her.
See, you're drinking a different type of alcohol.
Well,
NyQuil.
true, yeah.
So, the show's a little off tonight.
Yeah, we're not right. Oh
Yeah.
my
I need to.
it's a little
I am the
change my
key to
answer.
making this all fun.
We got an A, B. We got another B. Arthur says B.
Our camera's way
We got
off
an
today.
A.
Look, I'm like
USA.
nah.
Good job, USA.
How many countries
job,
celebrate
Hallmark.
Father's Day?
Oh, Jesus.
Knew it was Hallmark.
19, 40, 82, or 111?
Are there even 111 countries?
There are approximately 150 countries.
Seriously?
I'm going to go with kind of.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I'm not a no.
Geography was not your thing, right?
Or history. Really don't care that much. We're gonna go with 82.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
How many countries celebrate Father's Day? 19, 40, 82, or 111? Get your answers in now.
Good
Heavy
job,
Metal
Wendy.
says A.
We have 2 A's from heavy metal. Why'd they pick 2?
Wendy says B.
111.
Really?
Holy
Wow,
crap.
that's great.
Number 6.
Christine
A
said D.
rose is
Christine
the-
got it right.
A rose is the official color, or I'm sorry, official flower of Father's Day.
Really? I didn't
Which
know that.
color of rose are you supposed to wear if your father is alive?
Seymour's gonna move your camera.
Yellow,
Ooh.
red, blue, or white?
Your father is alive.
Alive. He is alive.
alive.
Well, red's always used for funerals.
A
so-
rose
White's
is the
always
official
used for
flower of
funerals.
Father's Day. Which color
Let's
of
see,
rose
red.
are you supposed to wear if your father is alive?
Go yellow.
Yellow,
Wendy's
red,
got
blue,
white.
or white?
White you use on funerals.
I've seen red at funerals. I always see red going on the casket.
Get your answers in.
You got till the end of the music. We got a C. We got
Red,
Right.
Aha.
Good job, Lindsay.
No idea.
white, if he is deceased.
Oh,
Really?
You
okay.
gotta see.
A. There you go.
True
Oh,
or
my.
false? The first Father's Day was celebrated to honor a single dad.
That makes sense. It kind of does, right? I mean,
I don't know why it's any different, but sure.
Yeah, but if it started in 1910, there wasn't a lot of
True, there
single
wasn't a lot of
dads
single.
back then,
That's
unless,
true.
you know,
That's it.
or maybe that's why
keep
it was
thinking it through.
recreated.
No, I'm gonna go with Ace though.
keep
Keep
thinking.
thinking
There
it
might have
through.
been one.
Yeah.
Maybe the mom was a hooker.
Or mom died.
Mom died. But then
Mom
you'd be a
died.
widow, not a single dad.
When he
You're
calls,
still a single dad.
when he calls bullshit on
Oh.
the red. So we got B. We got false. 2 falses. 3 falses.
Everybody's going true. Somebody better go false. Oh,
Everybody's
It
going-
is
everybody's
true.
going
It is
false.
true.
Okay, so what's the story? Let's hear it.
I don't have the story.
What? You came up with the
Sometimes
thing?
I don't have the story.
That's a
you
great.
always read the story and you tell us that's how you get sucked in is because you read all these stories.
I know.
Christine got it right.
It's
Yeah.
All right,
I'll blame it
so
on the alcohol.
Here's
and the
another one
thought
I do not
process.
know the story about.
The least
How many
of- the
single fathers
lesser.
are there out there in the
There's
U.S.?
a lot. lot nowadays.
I was going to say there's a
1
lot.
million,
women
2
are
million,
hookers.
3 million, or 4 million. How many single fathers are there in the U.S.?
I'm going with 4 million.
I'm going to go with 3.
Too many.
Too many.
I
There's too
agree.
many single moms too. It don't make no difference.
True.
But you say too many, but there might be some single fathers out there that are perfectly fine being single
Yeah.
fathers.
True.
Well, if their wife's a hooker, yeah.
Heavy metal says D. You guys got till the end of the music. Christine, what do you say?
Get your answers in. Hurry, hurry,
Christine's
hurry.
got B. What does Wendy say?
Good job, Christine.
Oh, nice.
Number 9 of 11. What percentage of Father's Day cards are given to fathers by their children? 50, 75,
physically
90,
given?
or 25? What percentage of Father's Day cards are given to fathers by their children?
Initiated by the children
It doesn't say.
or handed to by the children.
Given to fathers by their children.
That to me means initiated.
I'll say 50%.
I'm being very optimistic.
We got A and a B.
You know, they have, you know, the
Get
little
yours in.
kids.
Come on, get those answers in. There we go. Boy, they're coming in fast
Yeah.
now.
Here they come. Zoom, zoom.
I mean, the little kids, they're making the, you know, Father's Day cards and
Fingerprints
stuff.
and stuff. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's because mom told them to.
Not necessarily. They
So-
do it
All
in
right.
school.
Yeah.
I see heavy metal and Keith are correct on this
Oh,
one.
50, okay.
50%. That's
Wow.
pretty good.
Number 10 of 11. According to data from 2019, what percentage of American fathers are stay-at-home dads?
From 2019,
6,
a lot.
17, 20, or negative or less than 1?
This is tough.
From
According to
2019, during
what
the Rona.
percentage of American fathers are stay-at-home dads?
Right.
6%,
I'll go with
17%,
Yeah, I'm like, it's either 17 or
20%.
20.
or less than 1%.
Because during the Rona, a lot of the wives made the guys stay home because they had better paying jobs.
We got a B.
Wendy's,
we got a
Wendy's
C.
thinking. Wendy's thinking hard on this
I
one.
know.
We got a B and a C.
We got B and C covered, Wendy. A or D?
I'm going to go with D.
Music's ending. Get your answers
Okay.
in now.
Boom, boom.
Got a C.
6%.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Really?
Wow. Wow.
I'm
Figured it'd be a lot.
pleasantly surprised by that number.
I'm pleasantly disappointed in that number. I figured there was a lot more. I know a bunch of nurses' husbands that stayed at home because they made way more money.
And that would actually make sense.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
they stayed at home to watch the
Yeah.
kids because the kids were out of school.
But it was 2019 data.
That's what I'm saying. That was in the Rona. It was the middle.
Oh,
of the Rona.
no. It was before Rona.
Yeah, it was before.
Well, they were still closing schools. Oh, that's true. I guess
It was
really till
before.
the end.
Yeah, 2020 is when it started. March
So
of
how many
2020.
homes in America live without a father?
Ooh.
1 in 3, 1 in
Mm.
4, 1 in 5, or 1 in 6? Last question. How many homes in America live without a father? 1 in 3, 1 in 4, 1 in 5,
Either
or
1 in 4 or 1 in
6?
5. 1 in 3, I think, is too many.
Yeah.
Got a lot of C's up here. I see a B.
We got a B.
I see a B.
B. Got a D.
A D from Wendy Clark. Get your answers in.
See, Christine's got the B.
1 in 3.
Wow.
Wow, that's a
Wow.
lot.
That's a lot. That really is
that's
a lot.
high.
1/3 of all households are without a father.
Wow.
Hmm.
And we wonder why there's
Issues.
And is you know, and
Yeah.
that's why I brought it up as my last one. Is like, do we know what the issue might be?
We got out of school and fathers out of homes. Yeah, just saying. Good talk.
This was a
You know.
depressing show tonight.
It
Well,
was.
okay.
It really was.
It wasn't very upbeat, was it?
No.
We'll have to work on that.
John has
Have we
something
ever
upbeat?
worked on that?
Hold on, put me back
Oh.
on. We can do something else.
Oh,
All right, this is a rapid
Oh,
fire.
gosh.
Oh my God.
What do you mean? Oh my God!
Oh, I never do good at these.
So is this the same one that we've already done?
Yes,
You expect us to remember this?
you're not supposed to have to remember it.
Oh my
These are all things
God.
you know.
That's awesome.
But
that
our
you think I
brain's
know
not
that.
quick enough to
I was-
These are
decipher.
all
right?
things you
Problem.
know.
Eh,
Especially with some
Everybody,
alcohol.
all right. So everybody at home, be ready. Everybody focus. This is all automatic. Once I
Focus.
start it, I don't touch the timing is all automatic.
He doesn't touch it. He just
I don't touch it. It just goes. And we are just, everybody's just going to yell out. So at home, you're literally you're not going to have time to type. You're just going to have to yell.
That's all we need is
that's
just random people yelling at their.
All right. So I want to see you three, though, participating and saying what these are.
But wait.
100% guess.
Heavy Metal saying that we need our hooker of the week.
We already did our
hooker.
Yeah, that's
what's her name?
You didn't do the music and everything.
We didn't.
Well, we'll do her at the end.
All right,
we'll do it at the end. Okay.
Because we have
you have to do your hooker at the end.
We have the rapid fire it's all loaded up and ready to go.
We'll be recovering from this.
All right.
Anyway.
Are you ready?
No.
You ready?
Okay.
Elsie, you ready?
No.
Okay.
All right.
No.
Let her rip.
What are we doing?
I don't know
George
these.
Washington.
Liberty Bell. Carter.
Yeah, Carter, yeah.
I don't know.
FDR. Come on.
Constitution.
Ronald
Reagan. Washington Monument. The White House.
Jesus Christmas.
Mount Rushmore.
It's
the St. Louis Arch. Pentagon. The
White House.
U.S. Capitol.
Statue of Liberty. Golden Gate Bridge. Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
Yes. Alamo.
Disneyland.
Yes.
Crap. Buckingham Palace.
NASA.
The 9/11 thing. Nope.
Lincoln Memorial.
That was the Supreme Court,
Flame.
by the way.
Yellowstone.
Space
Needle.
Hollywood sign.
Las Vegas.
Vegas.
A green
Chicago.
river.
Yes.
I have no idea.
Nope.
No idea. Rocky statue.
Niagara Falls.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Ben Franklin.
Jesus Christ. Terrible.
What do you mean terrible?
I knew 3 of them.
This should be the new quiz for getting into the country.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me
It just
in.
goes too fast. It's like the lips can't keep up.
I don't know him. It doesn't matter if the lips keep up. You could have left it there for a minute.
How'd you guys do at home?
So Washington, Liberty Bell, Jimmy Carter, FDR, Declaration of Independence, Ronald Reagan, Washington Monument in the White House, Mount Rushmore, St. Louis Arch.
What is the St. Louis Arch? Other than an arch.
That right
big
there.
arch.
What is it?
It's the gateway to the west.
Yes.
It's what?
The gateway to the west.
So you can actually go up in it.
Oh, can you really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, you take these little cars and they take you to the very top.
Oh, cool.
And then there's little windows you can look out. And
Wendy
cool.
said she got them all right. Cool, Wendy.
Good, Wendy.
awesome.
Yeah, none of them right.
Statue of Liberty, Golden Gate Bridge, Tomb of the
Yeah,
Unknowns.
that one. Yeah.
Highly recommended. Every American should go to Arlington National Cemetery
I would
and
love
see the
to.
Tomb of the
Yeah.
Unknowns. The Alamo.
We didn't go to the Alamo when we were there. It was
No,
closed.
It was closed.
Mhm.
Disney World or Cinderella's Castle, Independence Hall, Cape Canaveral, NASA, and 9/11 Memorial or Ground Zero. The Supreme Court, JFK's Eternal
I
Flame,
always
again
forget
at
about
Arlington.
That. Yeah, I always forget
Um,
about that.
And I can't stress this enough. If you get a chance to go to Arlington, and like I just said, highly recommend for every American to go there. Those are the 2 things you need to see:
Mm.
the Tomb of the Unknowns
And the flame.
and the Eternal Flame. And it's really kind of, I mean, you sit there and you read it, and it's got JFK's inaugural address
That's cool.
etched in stone around it
That's
and stuff. It's really it's kind of fascinating.
Where is that?
Arlington National Cemetery. It's outside of Washington, D.C.
Oh,
In
okay.
Virginia.
In Virginia.
Old Faithful.
No one's going to be going there anytime soon.
Probably not.
Old Faithful.
They're flooded out, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yellowstone
A lot of
Oh,
the
I know.
roads got washed out.
So the Space Needle, Hollywood Sign, Vegas Strip, Chicago River, Graceland, San Antonio,
Graceland,
and New
okay.
Orleans.
Oh, that's Graceland.
Yes.
It was the Rocky statue. So you were right.
The
And
Rocky
Philadelphia,
statue, Niagara
yeah.
Falls, Paul Revere statue in Boston, and then Ben Franklin and Thomas J.
I'm sure this is going to come up, a few months from now, right? Are
And
you
I'll
gonna
still
do it
only
again?
know my
May.
3. I'll still only know the same 3.
You mean on
I
our
know, right?
46th episode?
I know, right?
Oh,
That'd be
don't
awesome.
say that.
Which we are only 4 episodes away.
We're going to find our voice.
In a month,
We're
we'll
gonna
find
find
our
out.
voice.
We're gonna find our voice, and then we're done.
Well,
for
that's
the
good
season.
because we didn't have it tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
We are definitely going to have to pregame for that.
Yeah,
Christine-
we were a little flat today.
Christine said that
We
it was a very
apologize.
interesting show.
Christine got 17 right.
So
Awesome. Nice job.
Ooh, I want to go see that.
that would be cool.
What?
The Salem.
The Witches
Oh,
Memorial
that'd
in
be another
Salem.
one too.
They have like the hanging. They have like the hanging trees and stuff.
Do they really?
It's supposed to be super cool.
That'd be cool.
I
Good
got
job,
like
Christine.
2. It's fine. I got 2 the first time too.
Well, cool. That was fun.
And we're ending on time.
We're
Or
ending on
close to
time
it.
for once.
Yeah, close to it.
Like we gave people minutes back last time.
That's true. We did. We did give people not last week.
No,
still.
we went over. We
No,
were
we
like
were
2
hours.
hours.
Last week
Yeah.
was way too much.
A
fun.
while
Yeah,
a while
had
ago, we
Andrew
gave
and
people
Arthur
minutes
here,
back.
so we were way over.
Yes, and thank you for Heavy Metal Beer Club for jumping on with us last week. That was a lot of
Yes.
fun.
We
Thank
had
you.
a blast.
Yes, absolutely.
And
Keith's fine with you coming all the time, so he can go play with the buttons. in
And
the
I think
studio.
based on our gun episode, we may have to do a part 2 to that.
Oh.
Because it's doing really
I don't
well.
have any. Well, Seymour doesn't have any more guns that he can bring.
Seymour has
she-
some in the closet.
Shiva's got some.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Shiva's got some.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
look
What
at
about Bill?
Shiva's.
She got some too.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
All
Maybe,
right.
maybe we'll bring some zombie.
Well, I mean, I
weapons
guess I
next
do
time.
I have the other.
Corky has some.
No, but the other long gun,
Yeah.
And Wendy's pew pew.
and then the
I mean,
and then there's the 10 gauge shotgun.
But we can get into other discussions too that we didn't have a chance to get into on that episode too. So we
I yelled at somebody at work today.
shouldn't do that.
It was fine. He agreed with me anyways.
Oh.
But he was like, assault rifle AR-15 should be illegal. And I said, why? And he said, because they're assault rifles. I said, they are not. You big fat liar.
That's when you go, what's an assault rifle?
So what does it stand for?
Armalite something or other, but it's
There
not
you
that.
go. Look at that.
And he looked at me and I said, look it up and stop lying. And he's
No,
like,
it stands for
okay.
automatic rifle.
Armalite rifle is what it stands for.
Otherwise known
What is
as
it
the
called?
American rifle.
What is it called? Armalite?
Armalite. You're right.
Armalite, yeah.
But
Yeah.
Armalite what? What's the R for?
Rifle.
Armalite rifle?
R,
Yes.
R,
Arr.
R.
Like,
R.
Or.
All right, this is for everybody
Okay.
who didn't get
Wow.
a chance to hear it tonight. There we go. You got your hook.
I
on.
love
Okay,
that it
there it
shimmies.
is. And who was it again?
Our energy secretary.
And what's her name?
I don't remember.
Go team. Let's go, Brandon.
Doesn't matter.
That says make more oil, but we're still going to put you out of business
Yeah,
in 5 years.
exactly.
Totally good.
Exactly.
Totally fine.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Yes,
everyone.
everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
Have a good Father's Day.
Yep, happy Father's Day to all
Happy
you
Father's
fathers
Day.
out there.
Thank you to all the fathers who put up with the children.
Thank you to all our veterans,
Absolutely.
our first responders,
Healthcare.
healthcare workers, and our truckers. Please keep the food coming, even though you can't afford the gas.
Right.
Even though we can't afford to buy it when it gets here.
And don't be a zombie. We'll see you guys next
Exactly.
Yes.
Bye.
week. Later.
See ya.